Well, good morning. It is Thursday, and we're going to continue talking about vertebrates. Remember, those are animals that have a backbone. This is on pages 126 to 133. We're going to do numbers 1 through 3, and then you'll go back to Google Classroom and find the form for this. Okay, let's talk about mammals. So mammals, which you can see pictures of on the right, all of those are mammals. There's 4 things that make mammals. They have to have hair or fur. They have to feed their young milk. They have to have 4 chambers in their heart. And they have to have 3 ear bones. If you have those 4 things, you are considered a mammal. Now, there is a very strange mammal. It's called the monotreme. The monotreme is all 4 of those things that we just talked about, except the monotremes lay eggs. They are a mammal that lay eggs. No other mammals do that. Once the eggs hatch, though, the babies drink the milk. They have hair, just like every other mammal. The platypus, which you see on the left, has a duck-like bill, and the males have poisonous spurs on their back legs. Some of those features make them look like reptiles or birds, but they're actually a mammal. The echidnas on the far right, they do not have teeth. They stick out their tongue at the top of an anthill, and they wait for insects to crawl on it. They're very lazy in that way. Another kind of mammal is a marsupial. Marsupial animals have pouches on the outside of their bodies, such as kangaroos, koalas, and wallabies. The next group, rodents, rabbits, and moles. 40% of all mammals are rodents. So when we're talking about mice, rats, and squirrels, those are 40% of all mammals. Rodents have large front teeth, and they never stop growing. The largest rodent is called a capybara. It lives in South America, weighs about 110 pounds. You can find rodents on every continent except Antarctica. Let's move on to rabbits in the upper right corner. Rabbits have some similar characteristics to rodents, but their teeth are different. And then moles, you can see on the left side, the moles are also similar to rodents, but they are insectivores. That means they only eat insects. So these are those 3. Moving on to bats. Bats are the next largest group of mammals. Bats are the only mammals that can fly. They're nocturnal. That means they're active at night. They cannot see well in the dark. They use something called echolocation. Echolocation is when they create clicks, and they wait for that click to echo back to them. And based on how quickly it echoes back to them, they can tell where something is and how far away it is. Humans, we use this all the time. It's called sonar. But we use it when we're in a submarine, and we can tell us how far away things are by how long it takes the signal to get back to us. Moving on to hoofed animals. There's 2 kinds of hoofed animals. Those that have odd number of hooves, like the one on the left, that's a horse, or a zebra, would have the same number of hooves. And then if you have an even number of hooves, such as the camel on the right side, that would be another group. Deer, giraffes, camels, cattle, sheep, they all have even number of hooves or toes. And single number, horses, zebras, and mules. Rhinoceroses are also in the odd number category. In the Bible, it refers to mammals that have even toes as cloven hooves, and it has a whole thing about which ones you should eat and which ones you should not. Okay, let's talk about carnivores in general. Carnivores eat meat. That's all they eat. Cats only eat meat. Lions, cougars, tigers, jaguars, they only eat meat. Dogs only eat meat. Walruses only eat meat. They are called carnivores. Believe it or not, Mammals can also live in the ocean. This whale, for example, has all four things that we talked about, including hair. It doesn't look like it necessarily, but it does have hair. It has blubber as a way to keep itself warm in the cold ocean. Whales live in groups called pods, and they are very much a mammal, and so are dolphins for that matter. Moving to primates, these are tree-dwelling mammals. They have very good eyesight, and they have hands that can grasp things. You may have heard of lemurs, monkeys, apes. They are all examples of primates. We divide them usually into two groups, the New World monkeys and the Old World monkeys. So they are a very well-known group of mammals, the primates. And finally, humans. Even though humans are similar to mammals, we are not the same thing as mammals. We share some of the same characteristics. However, we were created different from animals. We are special. We are created in the image of God. Therefore, we are different than just mammals. Okay, hopefully this was helpful to you. You can go on page 126 to 131, answers numbers 1 through 3 in the form. If you have any questions, please reach out. Have a great day.